Hey guys.
Back again like we never left.
So while we're doing that other video, we just decided that it makes sense for if we tell about the apartment hunt overall.
Apartment Chronicles.
Not to be confused with Homeless Chronicles.
Yes. we still need to drop the video there, but
Oh yeah, we need to do the last one.
we still need to do the video there.
See? We're building up the anticipation.
It's a case where there's a lot of stuff that is happening. And we're just excited for the whole process.
We are.
There's nothing I will change.
We're gonna put Colin's favorite name right here.
So excited!
Oh god. Alright guys, so let's talk about looking for an apartment. So just to run through a few things, right? You want to make sure the place is close to what the heck is that? You want to make sure the place is close to public transit, which we'll talk about hours afterwards. Public transit, close to supermarkets, probably close to a liquor restaurant. I don't know if you guys are gonna want to get something to eat, but close to stuff where you can get to. It has to be centrally located.
Yeah, centrally located.
Yeah.
If it can be close to where you're going to school as well.
Yeah, if it can be, that would be good.
Is that plus?
Yeah. So, what else? It's advised that you try to get something with in-unit laundry because of bed bugs.
Yeah, somebody told us about some experience that they had where they had a shared laundry facility.
Yeah.
And that person said that, they got bed bugs in there. And that went out and the apartment was
That to rent, that to get a book a hotel or something.
book a hotel for them, and then have an exterminator to come and clean.
Yeah, so
Right.
bed bugs is a thing. But guess what, guys? I'm not even gonna really say that, because you know what? There are ways that you can sanitize. If you cannot get one that is what do you call it? In unit. Use a Lysol sanitizer to sanitize the dryer, both the washer and the dryer, before you use it, and then when you're using it, when you're drying the clothes, use it on the hottest heat level. They say that normally kills anything that's in there, because we know that there's a shortage of in-unit suites. So I mean, you have to work with what you have sometimes, right? And what else, Colin?
Preferably if you can't find somewhere that gives a trifecta in terms of
heat,
water and hydro.
Yeah.
Hydro is
light. Yeah. Started our apartment hunt. As we said, we used the Anderson settlements. What them business name again? The Andersons.
Forgive me, I don't remember your name.
We don't remember the name of the business, but the Andersons, thems and nuts, right? So they found something for us in a pretty short time.
Very short time.
Yeah. And
one it wonder, yo.
When we first got it, it was good because it we wanted, let me tell you what was on our list. Because we had a long list, so these guys really hit it out the park first. We wanted in suite, we wanted a balcony, we wanted all utilities. We were looking for a 1 or 2 bedroom. We wanted close enough to Colin's school. What else, Colin? We wanted underground parking, if possible. That's it.
Yeah, there's probably some other stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot, guys. And we wanted all of this for under $1,300. And they did find it. I mean,
no, there was
basically, yeah.
We had to give and take some stuff.
So we got
like majority of the other things that we requested, we got it.
Right, so we got a 1 bedroom, in suite laundry, as we said. We got the balcony. As I said, relatively close to Colin's school. Very close to transportation, because there are like 3 bus stops. Very close, I think 4. And then close to supermarkets, close to restaurants. So these guys hit it out the park for us, right? So again, guys, if you want, they provide settlement services for several places. So again, it will just be in the link in the description. You guys can check them out. When we first got it, we instantly went on, what is the name? Instantly went on Google to look at the
surroundings.
No.
Oh, the reviews.
The reviews, my bad. We instantly went to look at the reviews, right?
Yeah, we went in.
Yeah.
We went in, like Renee went in.
That's how I am. That's why.
Further.
Yeah. But guys, something that we're realizing, and this is something that you guys shouldn't take for granted. Canadians complain a lot. We're not saying that.
It's a bad thing.
Sorry. Listen, we just have to call it what it is. It's first world problems. And we want to have them too. I want to have first world problems.
For these things.
Yeah?
You understand me? It's a case where some stuff that we would be taking like for granted, it's nothing that they would. You understand me? And I live for that.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I'm fine.
So guys, the point of what we're trying to say in saying this is that take everything you see with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Right? Another thing that I started to research was I saw something, because I follow a lot of pages for Alberta. So I saw something that said something that the transportation had a lot of drug addicts and stuff on it.
Junkies.
That's another thing too. They complain a lot about that too. Not saying that it's not there, but like we used to certain things, so you never really scare we like that, right? So it's not as bad as how they make it sound. I spoke to someone who's actually there physically in the city, and they say it's worse on the train, but it's still not as bad as how they make it sound. But again, be cautious anyways.
Be cautious.
Right? So we eventually they booked a viewing for us, and we did the viewing. The lady was really nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. We did the viewing.
She also sounded like an immigrant, so I think that also helped with the whole process.
Yeah.
So she was very accommodating with us.
Yeah. And she did a very good viewing. We loved the place. Right? But again, we were on the fence. Right? So we did look at a few other places, explored our options, but like when we really sat and thought about it, we really preferred that place.
Everything was okay for us in terms of pricing.
Yeah.
What we got, the location. We never really want to spend.
Yeah, guys, that's something important. That's something important, because you see, if we really wanted to, we could have spent like $900, you know. But we'd never really want to take certain chance. So, I mean,
plus, I mean, if, you know, so the more you go, but the better things you get.
Amenities. Oh yes, we got gym too. I forgot about that.
Oh, you get a gym too.
We got the gym in the building.
In the building.
Yeah. So, all in all, guys, you see, if you're, one thing you need to remember is if you're coming to Edmonton, or Alberta on a whole, I would say, right? Alberta versus a Toronto or a Vancouver, just know that you can get a 1-bedroom for $900. You can get a bachelor for probably $700, right? So, when you compare that to one of those other big cities,
it's crazy.
You're looking at $1,500 for a bachelor, Colin, and
some crazy money.
$2,000 something for a 1-bedroom.
You can do your research. It is what it is. That's why we were first going to be Ontario persons. We were like, but after a whim, I said, hey, let's look into Alberta. Renee, as I probably mentioned before, Renee cussed me and said, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did everything.
Me do all of them things and compile all the information here.
That's hard, guys.
And she's like, fine. And then a day or two later on, Colin, you're onto something. You know what I mean? Eh? She never say it in that net words because you know she don't want to praise me too much. But you know what? It is what it is. We know.
So guys, it's a lot to think about when you're choosing a city, and affordability is something that you can definitely find in Alberta. Right? But anyways, back to apartment hunt. So again, we mulled it over, and we just decided at the end that, you know what, because the lady emailed us and we were like, alright, you know what, let's just put in the, what you call it, the application. Let's just do the application. Guys, when I first did the application, I didn't realize it's reading is fundamental, you see, because I was so excited, me just hurry up and do it and do foolishness, right? I didn't put on some stuff that was supposed to be on there, right? But listen, these people, as I said, they were very nice, but you might not find somebody who was nice, so please read. So I went over, I just did over the application, guys. It's very simple. I just did it over. If you're trying to rent from out here, some tips for you: get your pay slips, the same pay slips that you sent with your application for the visa.
Or the current one?
No, man. What I did, I added some of the old ones and then I put the new ones on it, right?
Okay.
You just give them up to, I would say 3 months is sufficient, right? And then what I did, we use about the same job letter that we gave to the embassy, right? Even though it's old, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're still getting paid there, it shows that you still work there, right? When you do that, because not everyone rents to persons when they're still in their home country, right? So yeah, you get the pay slips, you get the job letter, and you also need your bank statements. Try to get a current one, because what I realized, one of the reasons they approved our application is because we showed them a certain amount of money, right? So you have to show a certain amount of money in order for it to be approved, and you don't have to end up paying 3 months rent, right? Because we really did not want to pay 3 months rent up front. I don't see the sense in that, right? So there's some tips when apartment hunting. Also, the deposit was very reasonable. It's $500. Even though the apartment is $1,200, the deposit is $500.
Could have beat that, yeah.
Yeah. Some people ask for sometimes $800, sometimes the same amount. So it all depends on who you're renting from, right? Another thing too, when you're going through the lease, because this is the lease that we got was DocuSign. So it's not like Jamaica. I don't know about other countries, but it's not like Jamaica where you have to physically sign a lease, alright? That's not how it works. So that's a plus.
Go see
So,
the email.
yeah.
If it's more than one person applying on the lease, it goes to number 1, and then it goes to number 2, and then once both of you sign, then it goes to
the property manager, and then to the manager for the company, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Right, so that's one. Next thing now, alright, I was saying for you to read through the lease, and there was something on the lease that kind of caught us off guard. You see, if we break that lease, because that's something that's very important, you know, guys, please nobody break the lease, because you're going to pay dearly. What I realized on it is that it says, because we got basically the $1,200 is a deal, so it's actually $1,230 for the apartment, but we got a deal. So what these people did, they added up the 1,000, the difference between the 1,199 and the 1,230, and the total that plus, what was it again, Colin? Anyways, I don't remember what them add up. When everything came to $1,500, right? It was basically the, oh yes, we get in a month free.
Yeah, we get a month free.
So they added that to it too. Yes, guys, that's so a huge plus. That's a huge plus. Oh, I should add that too. When you're looking somewhere, try to find a building that gives you a month free. And normally, the persons who normally give a month free are big property owners. So if you know like a one person own the property, you're not gonna get a month free, right?
Probably do.
They give incentives.
Probably, but you know, I mean, more than likely. These property
exactly.
companies.
These bigger property companies,
Yeah.
right? Right. So yeah, I was saying no. So everything added up to $1,500. So what these people said to us in the lease, You see, if you break this lease before the year done, you have to pay us $1,500. So just imagine that. And in addition to that, if they raise the rent, you have to give them the additional deposit to make up to whatever it is. So guys, it's important. Remember, starting a new life, these things is not like Jamaica where you can probably sweep it under the rug. These things follow you in bigger countries.
And it details as well. If you miss any payment, they're sending to the credit bureau or whatever.
Once it's late, I think what they give you 2 days, it's 2 days?
Something like that. And then them start apply interest.
2% interest.
All of these stuff.
Yeah. So guys, it's very important to know these things when you're signing your lease. But anyways, we read, we signed, and we did it.
Big up yourself, yo. Big up yourself.
So yes guys, we've officially signed our lease. It felt like a dream, again, where we're coming from, the beginning of this journey to where we are now.
So sometime if you can do stuff to get ahead of the ball game, because we realize that the culture over there is, because all the immigrants are coming at the same time, so it's kind of not saying it's going to be a fast pace or anything like that, but everybody's trying to achieve this.
There is a chance it will be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody's trying to achieve the same thing, trying to do the same thing. So it's a case where if you can get
if you can get a leg up
or a step ahead, you try to do it as best as possible. Try to think outside the box at times, you understand me? Get creative.
And guys, even if you do not sign your lease from in your home country, these same things apply.
Same thing.
When you're over there.
When you're over there.
Read carefully. Look through your options. Try to get as much things on your list as possible, but just know that if you can't, it's okay.
I think that we miss out as well is that home renters insurance.
Oh yes guys, that's compulsory. Renters insurance.
Very, very compulsory.
So we were looking into persons that we can use. We haven't decided yet, but we've been looking into it. But something that you can do to help yourself. There was a part in our lease that said something like, if we do get bed bugs, they're not liable for it. So I remember when we were looking into the insurance providers, that there was a section that said they'll put you up. You can claim for time that you're not at work. There's a lot of different things you can claim for. So you can add that to your renter's insurance and claim on that. So if that ends up happening to you, say you don't get in unit, say you even get in unit and it still happens, right? You can still claim on it. So, and it's important guys, again, before you sign any documents, read. If you don't understand, you ask questions. If you're not comfortable signing it, don't sign it.
You understand me?
Whatever it takes for you to understand. But do not sign unless you are comfortable.
If you have the resources to get legally, they can do it as well, because really and truly, it is a contract.
Right. And again, this is not like in our home country of Jamaica, where it dies there. These things follow you everywhere you go.
To be fair, I have some persons out here so really actually strict about them agreements.
Yeah, we are one of those people.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, remember, out here when you rent, it doesn't go to
the
credit bureau, right? So it's a bit different.
Well, as yet, as it stands right now.
It might change eventually.
Might change in the future.
Alright, so guys, that's it. Yeah, so happy renting.
So excited.
Bye guys.